Amelia was more than just an employee. She was a force of nature. A single mother. She moved through the office with a quiet efficiency that masked the whirlwind of her life outside those walls. Her day didn't end at 5. It just shifted gears from spreadsheets to school runs, from conference calls to crayon drawings. Her world was her child, and her job was the foundation that kept that world steady. Her boss, Julian, was a man carved from ambition and precision. He ran his department like a well-oiled machine, and he expected every cog to turn perfectly. Demanding, yes, but unfair, never. He recognized talent, and he saw it in spades in Amelia. Their interactions were always professional, crisp, and to the point. He'd give a directive. She'd execute it flawlessly. A brief nod of approval, a quick thank you, and they'd move on. But sometimes, in the briefest of glances across the boardroom, a different kind of current would pass between them, a flicker of something unsaid, a question lingering in the air. It was a connection that existed just beneath the surface of their professional roles. A silent acknowledgement of a shared dedication, though two very different things. Julian started to see the whole picture. It wasn't just that Amelia was his best project manager, it was how she managed everything else. He'd see her on a video call, her focus absolute, while a small, colorful drawing was just visible on the fridge behind her. He noticed the slight fatigue in her eyes some mornings, replaced by fierce determination by noon. He began to understand the delicate balancing act she performed every single day. His demanding nature began to soften, replaced by a quiet admiration. The small acts of kindness started subtly. Amelia, this report can wait until morning. Go! You've done enough for today. Or, there's a school event this afternoon, isn't there? Don't worry about the team meeting. I'll fill you in later. These weren't grand gestures, but they were like, for Amelia, an extra hour with her child was more valuable than any bonus. She'd offer a grateful, almost surprised smile, and Julian would feel an unfamiliar warmth spread through his chest. One evening, a critical project deadline had them both working late. The office was silent, the city lights twinkling outside the vast windows.
The usual professional barrier between them seemed to dissolve in the shared quiet and the glow of their computer screens.
Over lukewarm coffee from the machine, the conversation drifted from profit margins to personal histories. She spoke of her dreams for her child, the funny things they said, the challenges and immense joys of being a single parent. He, in turn, opened up about the pressures of his role, the loneliness that sometimes came with being at the top, and his own quiet wish for a life with more meaning than just work. In that dimly lit office, they weren't boss and employee anymore. They were just two people, sharing stories and discovering the humanity in each other. The annual company picnic was usually a stuffy affair Julian attended out of obligation. But this year was different. With a nervousness that felt entirely foreign to him, he walked over to Amelia's desk a few days before the event. Amelia, he started, his voice a little less certain than usual. I was wondering if you and your child would like to come to the company picnic as my guests. Amelia's surprise was evident, but it was quickly followed by a warm, genuine smile. We'd love that, Julian. Thank you. The day of the picnic was bright and sunny, a perfect summer afternoon. Julian, who usually stood awkwardly by the beverage table, was now on his knees in the grass, laughing as he was roped into a game of tag with Amelia's child. He saw a side of her he'd only glimpsed before, relaxed, joyful, her face lit up with laughter as she watched them play. He wasn't the demanding boss, or the lonely executive. He was just Julian, a man completely captivated by this woman and her wonderful child. It felt right. It felt like coming home. Later that evening, after he had driven them home, he walked her to the door. The happy exhaustion of the day hung in the air between them. Amelia, he said, his voice soft. I have to be honest with you. Today, being with you and your child, it was the happiest I've been in a very long time. He took a breath, his heart pounding. My feelings for you go beyond professional respect. I've come to care for you, very deeply. Amelia's heart swelled. She had felt it too. This growing affection that had blossomed from mutual respect into something tender and real. She looked into his eyes, seeing not her boss, but the man who had shown her kindness, who had laughed with her child, and who was now standing on her doorstep, bearing his soul. "Julian," she whispered, her voice full of emotion, "I feel the same way." The scene shifts. It's months later. The morning light streams into a warm, inviting kitchen. Amelia is making breakfast, a smile playing on her lips. Her child is at the table, happily coloring, while Julian, dressed for work but with his tie loosened, is carefully pouring orange juice. He leans over and gives Amelia a soft kiss. "Morning," he murmurs. She kisses him back. "Morning?" It's a simple, domestic moment, but it's everything. The frantic juggle of her past has been replaced by a beautiful, harmonious rhythm. It's a life where deadlines and school plays coexist, where love isn't a complication but the very thing that makes the balance possible. They had built their own little world, a happy, blended family, proving that the greatest success of all is finding love where you least expect it. Thanks so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next one.